Hey, this is Bruce, and today we're going to review how to go from a wireframe to creating an HTML structure for a website. So similar to what to the demo that we did in class, I've created a wireframe here, and then I've also created the Emmet Markdown for the actual HTML tags or elements I'm going to be using. So you can see here at the top, I'm going to use a header tag, and then inside the header, so the right angle bracket indicates that the H3 will be located inside the header, plus an H1, right? So for the web design specialist, and then it will be H3, and then Bruce Norton or my name will be H1. And the plus indicates that it's at the same level. So they're siblings versus the H3 being a child of the header parent. And then here you can see I've used a caret. What that indicates is that I'm going back up. So I'm creating a section. Within that section, I'm creating an H2. Then I'm going back up to the parent of the H2. So back up to section, and then I'm creating an article. The asterisk or the multiplication sign indicates that I'm going to be creating 4 articles, essentially one for each one of the course blocks. And then in each one of those course blocks, I didn't bother to repeat it 8 times. I'm going to have a figure. Inside the figure, there's going to be a link or an anchor tag, and that's going to link to an image. Then I go back up to the figure using the caret again, and then I'm going to have another anchor or link tag for the fig caption. And then I've got these separators, this image that's going to come in the middle as partly to decorate the page, add some visual interest, give a little bit of an idea of my personality or the kinds of things that I like, and also partly as a separation between the blocks so that it'll be very clear where block 2 finishes and then block 1 starts. Obviously, in going forward, we'll be adding a block 3 and a block 4, and we'll have to make some modifications at that time, but should be fairly easy. The big modification is going to be reworking the bottom nav, so that we can add all 4 blocks, but that should be pretty simple to do. And I'm suggesting the 5 links that you've got here, or the 5 links I've got here. So a home page, which is actually this page, a class site, which would be kind of the site for a class, or the overall page for web582.com, and then anchor links to your blocks. So we can scroll, do a smooth scroll to your block 1 and 2, and then Omnibox so that you guys can log in. Possibly Plesk would be another good thing to link here. Okay, so I'm going to flip over to Visual Studio Code, and we're going to start to code this out. So you can see here I'm in my root folder, and you guys will be creating an index, but my index has all our course information. So instead of index, I'm going to use, homepage. And we'll start by typing bang and then tab, or exclamation point and tab. And then the title will be, Bruce and Web Design Specialist, which will go in the tab at the top of the browser window. And then here I've got a header. And inside my header, I've got an H3 for the program title and an H1 for my name. And then I'm just going to throw those in here while we're here. So Web Design Specialist. And then my name is Bruce. And next we've got the section art and then article here. And so let's go ahead and do that. So we've got section, and then I've got an H2. And then I'm going back up a level, so it's Shift 6, and adding an article times 4. Go ahead and do the figure, link, image, and then back up, link, fig caption. So figure, link, image, and then back up. So that takes me up to the back up to the figure, I think. And then I'm going to add another link, and inside that I'm going to put fig caption. And hit tab. And I needed to add a right angle bracket after the ×4. And does this look right? So we've got a link, and then an image, and then another link, and then the fig caption. It does. And here I've sped it up about 300% just as I'm doing some formatting and aligning things. Note that I'm using multi-cursor editing or multi-position editing just to make things a little faster, using Command or Control D to select similar elements. And then here I can put web design specialist. And I could type in the other courses and stuff like that. So I've saved it. So now that I've got this main section done, let's add the image and then the footer. So we're going to come back here below this section, and we'll do, I guess I'll do another section, and then in that I'm going to put the image. And then below that, I'm going to put the footer, and with a nav, and then an A × 5. And same thing here, we're going to select these, so Command D, and then put those all on the on different rows just to make it easier to read. So the only other thing that we need to do is I can come to and take this this section here, which has all the blocks. I'm going to copy it, right? So you can see I'm just using the arrows to collapse it. And then below the image here, I'm going to paste it. So now we've got right, the articles and sections, or we've got 2 articles and 2 sections, one for block 2, and then this one is for block 1. So now if we flip over to the home page, and let me just forward and refresh. Now you can see we've got our HTML set out with the 2 blocks. And the courses, obviously I'll have to change the course names, and if I'll add the content, and then in the next video we'll look at how to start to style this using CSS. I hope this helps.